It's week 5 of the 2022 season, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Bears and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. This defense for the Vikings, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Now Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
My dad used to tell me all the time when you get ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, they're strapping up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out, the 3rd-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They start the drive with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 22 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. There's Chris Olave. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Hey, check that. Street.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8. Lawrence going to take it himself. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And it looks like you've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jenkins. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. But 1st down, Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
We see this one all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That drive goes 80 yards yards in 6 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Kamara up the middle. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Kamara. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And they do get this across midfield to the 49. Small consolation prize as they run short of the first. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Jalen Hurts in the offense heading back out. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And he'll look to build on that as they start 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Throwing is Hurts. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And Ingram holds it in.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action with Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurts. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
They've yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Cook. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he... .35 at the 34. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure. Again, on 1st down, Cook.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Cook again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
And that's what you got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He completes it to Olave.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
But their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. A 10th carry for Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Searching 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lawrence will throw.
This will be caught by Brown.
And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Devontae Wyatt
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence completes this to Callaway over on the right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The return is Bowden.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bears take over. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here's Kamara on the read option.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on when you take a look. They've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game is off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? Maybe after a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
He's back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute. And an extra point difference in this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Youngway coup for the extra point.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Looking deep downfield. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
Here's Lawrence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And that's what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Now Lawrence.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete.
Get this down at the 37.
Every defensive staff works on limiting explosive plays. Shot not so bad there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll try the middle with Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Again, it's Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
This to win it in overtime. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This a 31-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a fun time of the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it.
One than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone tends to play each game the exact same way, but you have to know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business, not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Minnesota, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2 and 3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1 and 4 with a loss.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.